What if I told you modern warfare has already changed, but most people are still stuck in the old way of thinking? Today, wars are not decided by tanks or jets anymore, but by invisible AI systems and drones in the sky. And inside this silent revolution, a small company is trying to position itself inside a massive defense transformation. Right now, military power is no longer just about weapons, but about information dominance on the battlefield. Whoever sees first, understands first, and reacts first already controls the outcome of modern conflict. And that is why AI and drone intelligence have become one of the most important defense priorities today. Here's what most people don't realize: war is no longer physical, only it is digital and data-driven now. Drones are constantly flying, collecting real-time intelligence and feeding live battlefield data. And this is creating a completely new billion-dollar industry inside the defense sector. In every major technological revolution, the biggest opportunity appears before the mainstream even understands it. Small companies usually enter first because they are built around emerging demand and new technology cycles. And right now, defense AI is exactly at that early explosive stage of adoption. Now imagine a company working at the intersection of artificial intelligence, drone, surveillance, and battlefield safety systems. A company focused on detecting landmines, explosives, and hidden threats using AI-based visual intelligence. And instead of replacing humans, it is designed to protect them in dangerous environments. These systems convert raw drone footage into real-time intelligence maps within seconds. That means operators do not wait hours for analysis, they see threats almost instantly. And in real battlefield conditions, this speed difference can change survival outcomes completely. Now here is where things get serious, because this technology is no longer experimental or commercial only. It is being used in defense operations, humanitarian missions, and high-risk security environments worldwide. And once government adoption enters the picture, everything changes in scale and potential. Before we continue to understand this clearly, this is not a safe or predictable investment story. This is a high-risk, high-volatility defense technology narrative driven by contracts and execution. And in this space, companies either scale fast or disappear before reaching full potential. And now let's bring the name into focus. We are talking about Safe Pro Group SPAI, a small-cap defense and AI company trying to position itself inside drone intelligence and threat detection systems. And its entire narrative depends on whether it can integrate into the modern defense technology ecosystem. The company operates across AI software, drone data analysis, and security-focused technology systems. Its core mission is converting aerial imagery into actionable intelligence for high-risk environments. And this places it directly inside one of the fastest-growing segments of defense innovation. One important detail that strengthens this narrative is the shift in modern defense procurement. Governments are no longer only buying hardware, they are increasingly buying data systems, AI analytics, and autonomous decision support tools. This is where companies like Safe Pro Group attempt to fit into the stack. One of its most important areas is AI-based detection of landmines and explosive hazards. This technology is critical in both military operations and humanitarian cleanup missions, because clearing dangerous zones safely is a global priority for governments and organizations. But Safe Pro Group is not limited to software, only it also operates in physical security systems. It combines AI intelligence with real-world defense and safety applications. And this hybrid structure gives it a broader footprint in the security ecosystem. Another key angle investors often overlook is how defense AI companies can scale through partnerships rather than direct contracts alone. Even small integration agreements with larger defense contractors or government subcontractors can open long-term revenue pipelines. And that is often how early-stage defense tech companies survive initial scaling phases. Now zoom out and look at the bigger picture shaping this entire industry. Global defense spending is rapidly shifting toward AI-driven systems and autonomous surveillance networks. Governments want real-time battlefield visibility and automated threat detection with minimal human risk. And drones combined with AI are becoming the core foundation of this transformation. This shift is not theoretical anymore. Multiple defense programs worldwide are actively investing in unmanned intelligence systems, border surveillance automation, and AI-assisted threat mapping. That means the demand curve is not just growing, it is structurally changing. This is where companies like Safe Pro Group are trying to position themselves early in the cycle. Because once embedded in government procurement systems, revenue can scale through long-term contracts. And that is where the real breakout potential exists in defense technology stocks. But this industry is not easy at all. Government procurement is slow, complex, and extremely competitive. Large defense contractors already control most procurement channels and military relationships. So small companies must prove real-world performance before gaining meaningful adoption. Another major challenge is scaling from innovation to mass deployment. Even strong technology requires capital infrastructure and time to reach production scale. And many early-stage defense companies fail during this transition phase. There is also the issue of credibility and field validation. In defense technology, concepts are not enough. Systems must be tested in real environments under extreme conditions. Without that validation, adoption remains limited regardless of how advanced the technology appears. Now here is where the opportunity becomes interesting. If AI-driven battlefield intelligence continues, expanding demand for automated detection systems could grow significantly, especially in border security, landmine detection, and disaster response operations. And companies positioned early inside this niche could benefit from long-term adoption cycles. Because modern warfare is no longer just about weapons, it is about information superiority. Real-time intelligence, predictive awareness, and automated decision systems define battlefield success. And whoever controls that intelligence layer holds a massive strategic advantage. SafePro Group is trying to build itself inside that intelligence layer. Not as a traditional defense contractor, but as an AI-driven drone intelligence company. And that positioning makes it a speculative but closely watched narrative. But risks cannot be ignored at all. Early-stage defense AI companies face unpredictable revenue cycles and execution pressure. Government adoption is slow and contracts can take years to materialize. And even strong technologies can struggle before reaching meaningful financial scale. Competition is also extremely intense in this space. Large defense and tech companies have more resources and stronger procurement access, which makes it difficult for small companies to maintain long-term competitive advantage. And that creates constant pressure on execution and survival. So when you zoom out, SafePro Group is not just a stock. It is an early attempt to build an AI-powered defense intelligence ecosystem from the ground up. And it sits directly inside the future evolution of modern warfare technology. And that future is being shaped by drones, AI, and autonomous surveillance systems. From real-time threat detection to full battlefield mapping and intelligence automation. And companies that succeed here could define the next defense supercycle. But success is never guaranteed in emerging industries like this. Many companies never reach large-scale adoption despite strong narratives. Execution timing and government integration decide long-term survival. And that is what separates winners from forgotten microcap stories. So the real question is simple. Can SafePro Group evolve into a real defense technology supplier? Or will it remain just another speculative microcap story? And that uncertainty is exactly what makes this story worth watching closely. And in markets like this, the biggest moves usually happen before certainty ever arrives.